The movie starts while showing Rapunzel and Eugene. They were already going somewhere while doing the race on their horses. There were few palace soldiers behind them. When they move forward they see a tall wall. Rapunzel sees the whole city while climbing up the wall. She becomes happy. Eugene says to her, "Stop it. How much will you see? We should go back now because the event is about to start. You have to become the princess tomorrow." The soldiers of the palace also say this to her. Now they return to the palace in the horses. The event's preparations were going on there. When they reach the castle, a lady who was her caretaker takes her from Eugene. "Now Rapunzel, it's time to take care of yourself." One more old lady comes to her. They all used to say to Rapunzel that she should take care of herself. Don't go out daily. But Rapunzel doesn't want this. She wants to go wherever she wants. She wants to enjoy everything. But they didn't fulfill her wishes in order to take care of her. Now the caretaker of Rapunzel says to her, "Rapunzel, tomorrow you will become the princess. But you still behave like kids. You have to become a mature girl. So everyone can say, look, our princess is so nice." Here we see Rapunzel has short hair. Because in last part it means the first part of this movie, Eugene had cut her hair to kill that old witch. It happened the same. But the pet chameleon of Rapunzel was still with her. The king was also happy that his daughter will become the princess. He says to everyone to do their work with care without any problem. The biggest thing is many kings and queens will come to this ceremony. Now in the other room, where Rapunzel was getting ready, her father king arrives there, hugs her and says, "My beloved daughter, I want your life will be as beautiful as you are." On another side, we see Eugene. He was also excited. He has also a plan that he will get engaged with Rapunzel tomorrow. He purchases a beautiful ring for her. He also gets ready very well. Rapunzel was still not understanding anything. Listening to her father, she remains confident that she will not panic tomorrow. Because she is going to be a princess tomorrow. Her behavior should also be like a princess. In the next scene, we see a creepy mouse. It comes to a mysterious lady while holding an invitation in its mouth. She was sitting on a chair but her face was on another side. When she reads there was Rapunzel's name on it. Means Rapunzel will become princess today. This lady was invited. But this lady burns the paper as she is jealous of her. She was grumbling that now I will surely take my revenge. Maybe she is that old witch, but who knows. On another side, the event was started. The king, queen, and Rapunzel were on reception. Gradually, all kings and queens were coming. But Rapunzel's behavior was so childish. She hugs a queen tightly and doesn't answer a king properly. She was acting like a kid. Other kings and queens think that she is not suitable to become a princess. She is a kid and Rapunzel gets sad because of it. She sits in a boat in the water. Eugene also comes there. He makes her understand everything is temporary. If today you are childish and wants to enjoy your life, no problem, but I promise you I will fulfill your dreams. You never think about the world. I will be always with you. Listening to it, Rapunzel becomes happy. She also trusts Eugene. But then someone shakes their boat. She is the caretaker. She was here to take Rapunzel with her. She makes her understand you will visit the whole city. And will meet the people. So the people will come to know about their princess. You have to show your character and behavior strong. The next day arrives and the princess moves to visit. There were many soldiers with her. The innocent Rapunzel wasn't looking as she is the princess. Because she was pressurized. While walking here she meets some girls. They were making each other's braids. Rapunzel remembers when she met with those girls, they made her braid also. She meets with them but the soldiers stop her. Meanwhile, a lady comes and gives a cupcake to Rapunzel with love. But the soldiers forbid Rapunzel to eat it. They say, "Sorry ma'am, you can't taste anything from outside. Because it is a very risky thing." From here, Rapunzel gets sad and returns to her palace. She says to her caretaker, "Am I a princess really? It doesn't seem Kika this. You all don't let me enjoy life, and my father who will make him understand that now I have grown elder and he has appointed you to take care of me. I don't understand, am I a princess or an immature girl?" The caretaker becomes emotional and says Rapunzel to stop it. "I can fulfill your wish. But keep quiet, I will take you out when there will be nobody around. So none can complain." Rapunzel agrees happily. In the next scene, we see Rapunzel was having dinner with her parents. Meanwhile, Eugene comes there. He purposes Rapunzel while kneeling down. He says to her, "I will always take care of her." Hearing it, Rapunzel becomes happy. But when Eugene says we will stay happy together in this palace, Rapunzel's mood turns off. She thinks inside her heart, "I was planning I will see this world going out of this palace. He is saying we will stay in this palace." She says to Eugene, sorry Eugene, the first wants some time, I don't want to talk about it. Then she leaves from there. At night, the caretaker says to Rapunzel, come now, it is the time we can go out. Rapunzel says to her pet, we are going out. You are my good pet, if there will any problems so please handle it. With it, they go out. On another side, Eugene tries to go to Rapunzel's room. But the guards stop him. Eugene says to they take some money in return, but let me go inside. The guards agree. Now as Eugene enters her room, Rapunzel's pet comes to know it. It makes Rapunzel's shadow while lighting on some candles, some lanterns. It was behind the curtain with flowers. Eugene moves towards it and says, Rapunzel, sorry, forgive me. I shouldn't ask you in front of all. Did you feel bad, Bishu, of it? But Rapunzel didn't answer him. Suddenly, the flowers fell from which her head was made. Eugene comes to know that it was fake. He instantly asks her pet, but it didn't tell anything. Because it also doesn't know where they went outside. On another side, we see some weird men in a dark place. They were talking about revenge from Rapunzel, king, and queen. Don't know what will happen further. Now Eugene was worried that where Rapunzel has gone. He searches for her in the castle. Meanwhile, the king arrives there. He asks Eugene, do you know about Rapunzel's mood? Eugene tells him, yes, I am coming after meeting her. She is upset and wants some time alone. The king says, move aside, I have to go there and see. But Eugene makes him understand and he finally understood. Returning his room, he says to his wife, means queen, I am worried about what will happen to Rapunzel. The queen says to her husband, our daughter is younger, she will do the childish acts. Let her grown elder. Trusts her, she will surely become a good girl one day. The king says to his queen, you aren't understanding, she wants to go out. And you know the outer world. I just want to protect her from the outer world. With it, he closes the windows. There we see Rapunzel, she has gone out with the caretaker. She has covered her face. Now they reach a place. To reach there they have to pass from a bridge. But their horses don't go on the bridge as they are sacring. Rapunzel takes off from her horse and reaches the place from the bridge with the caretaker. There were many spikes of black color. Like huge spikes. The lady with Rapunzel tries to break those spikes with her sword. But her sword breaks. Meanwhile, they see a stone inside them. There was something carved on it. Rapunzel touches that stone. A strong light comes from it. Rapunzel falls at a distance. Those spikes come from everywhere. With it, we see Rapunzel's hair starts turning into golden color. As she was running from there, her hair was growing taller. Still, Rapunzel was running from there. Her long hair was stuck somewhere. She was about to fall, but the white horse comes at the right time and saves her. From here, they return home. Returning home, the caretaker tries to cut her hair. But the scissors break. Even everything from which they were trying to cut the hair. Then Eugene comes there and scolds them. He says thankfully Rapunzel is safe. But there was an issue, it was the dinner time. Rapunzel has to go in front of the king and queen. How can she go? Her caretaker covers her hair or make her hairstyle from which it is not known that her hair returned. When she goes to the dinner table, her father makes her understands. You have to grown elder. You have to become a princess, then a queen, and you have to take many responsibilities. Now she comes into the room and her mother gives her a diary. She says, I used to note on it something. Whatever is in your heart, note down on it. There is the ceremony next day. All preparations of it were complete. Now the princess was also ready. Because she doesn't like her hair. She was facing because of it to handle herself. She loses her balance when she walks. Getting a chance from it. When everyone was attentive towards Rapunzel, an evil lady opens the door of the prison. Due to it, all the prisoners come inside the palace. Rapunzel was shocked. The bad lady comes to Rapunzel and tells her, when you were born, your father has done many changes in this country. He has imprisoned many people. There was my father also among them. I think at that time I will take revenge on you both. Like this, the bad lady controls everyone. So that she can imprison all of them. But then Rapunzel opens her hair and they all were free from her control. They all were happy because of it. That Rapunzel's hair returned and Rapunzel was panicked without any reason. With the help of her hair, Rapunzel defeats the lady and her companions. The lady has to go from there. But she says, I will definitely return. Now the king calls Rapunzel into his room. He says to her, my daughter, you know you were far from us in your teenage. We searched for you everywhere. Now when we have found you with our luck, I don't want to let any incident happens to you again that will take you far from us. That's why I will not let you go out. Never go out without asking me. King was saying this for the well-being of his daughter so she will not face any problems. But Rapunzel becomes sad because she wants to go out. She becomes angry and goes to her room. Eugene comes behind her and makes her understand, just wait for some time, then I will marry you. And we will always live together. Being happy, Rapunzel starts singing a song. She knew at any day her dream will come true. She will discover the whole world. Now some days passed. The next scene we will be shown is the last part of this movie. Eugene and Rapunzel were getting married. Every place was decorated, and here the hair of Rapunzel was again short. The people were there from everywhere. They all were happy. Meanwhile, a white horse comes there, and it has a small cushion in its mouth. On it, there were wedding rings, and there was Rapunzel's pet was sitting on its head. It was spreading flowers everywhere. Rapunzel and Eugene were on the stage. Eugene and Rapunzel were waiting for the rings to make them wear to each other's hand. But here a mishap happens. A flower goes inside the horse's nose. Because of it, it sneezes. The rings fall at a far distance from the cushion that was in its mouth. Before they will be scolded, the horse and the pet go to search for the rings. The rings have fallen from the castle. A ring while passing from many tables attaches with a lantern. The pet was searching for it. It holds the lantern so it will not lose the ring. Now the horse was searching for the ring, it was under a table. The horse's hand or leg wasn't reaching there. Even then, after trying, it got the ring. But its side effect is they destroy many boxes. And many shops also. Due to it, the drinks flow on the road. But the horse and the pet reach castle. Finally, when they reach the place where Eugene and Rapunzel were marrying, they all get surprised after seeing them. The good thing was they searched the rings in a short time. Now Eugene and Rapunzel exchange the rings. Here is the happy ending of this movie. It means finally, now Rapunzel was married. As Eugene promised her that he will show her the whole world, here the dreams of Rapunzel will also be fulfilled. With it, goodbye. Thank you for watching.